You know, in this case, it's two workers who used to work for this contractor who lives here in North Haven. And the contractor hired them for like a month, and they owe them like around $6,500. If you work for a contractor and then you're doing the job and eventually they don't pay you, you're not a worker, you're a slave. And that's the situation that we're fighting here, you know. And that's why we decide to, one of the workers received like a warrant for his arrest. So we came here as a group to support him, you know. It's possible that he's going to get arrested, and also we want to like start making a big deal about this case, because if this guy is getting arrested just because he's asking for his rights, so we're going to be asking for, you know, for these contractors to also be arrested to giving checks without funds, which I also feel like that's a crime.
No, sí nos pagó, pero con cheques sin fondo.
Creo que anteriormente era por acá.
Is there anybody that we can speak with? We have a problem with a person named Mr. Riccio. He has stolen $6,500 from this gentleman.
Okay.
So we wanted to report.
How did it happen?
This gentleman worked for Mr. Riccio, and Mr. Riccio gave him checks that bounced.
Okay.
And then when this gentleman called Mr. Riccio to tell him that the checks bounced, Mr. Riccio then, I believe, called the North Haven police and said that this gentleman was threatening him.
Okay.
Which is, you know, that's an act of retaliation against the worker, which is illegal.
Well, what's the address? Are you his lawyer or?
I'm his social worker.
Okay. Can you speak for himself or no?
Not in English.
Yeah, he can speak in Spanish.
Okay. What did it happen? What happened in the case was, because I'm familiar with it as well, the check was cashed, and then they tried to cash it again. So the stop payment was put on it because the bank saw it as fraud, trying to be cashed twice. So it was already cashed, and then they tried to do it again a different way.
Okay, can I translate?
Sure.
Está diciendo que el cheque fue cobrado y que alguien intentó cobrar el cheque 2 veces, y por eso el señor Riccio llamó al banco para básicamente parar el stop check.
Yeah. No.
That's not true.
That's what the investigation concluded.
Eso fue lo que hizo, lo que la investigación sacó la conclusión final.
Aquí tengo las conversaciones de él cuando yo le quise cobrar.
So he has all the text messages that he interacts.
Take the mask down because I can't. It's bulletproof glass.
This is all the text messages that he has between him and Mr. Riccio.
Okay.
And also he has also the documents from the bank. So he received a warrant for his arrest, and that's why he's here. And that's why I'm here, because I just want to see if there is a warrant. But the problem is he is the victim. The one who has been causing all the problems is somebody who hired him and never pay him, you know.
You'd have to take him to court then.
Well, we started with the labor department.
I'm sorry?
We started the case with the labor department.
Okay. For him there is a warrant.
Okay, sir.
Cógeme ese cheque.
What the facts? Yeah. So sorry. Yes. So Mr. Aguilar has filed a complaint with the Connecticut Department of Labor. Okay. For $6,500 that Mr. Riccio owes him.
Okay.
That's also theft under the Connecticut statutes. Can he make a complaint for theft today?
It's not that.
Oh, for bound checks.
It wasn't that.
Go ahead,
The
Lionel, go ahead.
investigation was done. It wasn't the step
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the
How you doing?
How are you?
Are you Alicia?
Yeah. Yes.
You?
Yeah.
Take over.
Okay, thanks, Kate.
Talk. We got paperwork. What do you have? What do you have there? How you doing?
How are you?
Officer has to be Sergeant Spose.
I know, but what do you have?
What do you have here?
He has like a bunch of bound checks that he did not, Mr. Riccio did not pay, checks without funds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
every,
we're here to make a complaint for theft against Mr.
Just a minute.
Riccio.
Okay.
Mr. Riccio had him work and gave him checks for $6,500 for his work.
no checks.
Okay.
And the checks bounced. And then when he asked to be paid for his work, Mr. Riccio called the police and said that he was threatening Mr. Riccio.
Oh, okay.
So he's here to turn himself in,
Okay.
but he also wants to make a theft complaint against Mr. Riccio. And we want you to understand that he's a victim, he's not a perpetrator.
Okay. Totally understand that. Okay. But as of right now, we have a warrant for him. We're going to process him.
Sí, solo tu nombre y tu identificación, nada más.
Ya.
Porque tu abogado tiene que estar presente cuando haces cualquier declaración.
Quítate el
Just
jacket.
easier, we'll give it back to
Yeah,
you.
we'll give it
You guys give it back to him.
Quítate el jacket porque si no te se van a demorar mucho.
Y mi abogado habla por mí.
Sí.
How well does he speak English?
Uh,
Speaking.
No English?
Do you want me to translate?
Well, also, if we run into an issue, we could either, we don't bring anyone else back there. We have a language line, or
Okay.
okay.
That's good.
And regardless, he can't answer any questions without his lawyer present. So
Right, that's part of the notice of rights, which
you're
would read
just
to
going
him.
to.
No, it's not
process it.
either one of our investigations, so no, we're not going to ask him any questions.
Solamente te van a procesar nada más. No tienes que responder
Nothing
ninguna
more
pregunta.
than who he is,
Where he
identifying
lives,
information,
ID.
where he lives, things like that, but should be on his ID, correct?
Okay.
Sí,
Yeah.
usted
And
tiene
then-
que identificarse dónde vive.
Muéstrame el ID.
No tiene que preguntar
He does have it,
responder otras preguntas.
Okay.
All right, welcome with me.
Bueno.
Mira, lo que pasa en ese caso.
We came here to the police because Mr. Riccio hired Mr. Aguilar to work, and he did not pay Mr. Aguilar for his work. So Mr. Riccio owes $6,500 to 2 workers. And when the workers asked to be paid, the boss called the police and said that the workers were harassing him. And this racist police department, the North Haven Police, actually arrested the worker for supposedly harassing the boss. But we came here today, we had 10 people, maybe 15 people, and we showed the police that they can't mess with us. And we showed the police that we're not going to let them arrest our brother or jail our brother. And so they arrested him, but they released him immediately. And we told them that we were going to be protesting, we're going to be talking to the media until our brother gets paid for his work.